As you start to leverage borders, background colors, and other decorative CSS properties, as we have seen in the previous lesson, you will need to become more aware of the element size and how to manage it the wrong way. A common trap that newbies fall into is to discover the width, height, left, and top CSS properties and to start blindly using them. These are useful properties. However, they should not be your first choice. These properties depend upon other properties before they can even be used, and they can have unintended consequences. So, like in this example, padding the right way. The best way to control an element's size for the purpose of controlling how a border or background extends relative to the item itself is with the padding properties. Padding is a way of making an element a little bigger than it would normally be. Similar to margin, there are 4 padding properties. The values are dimension units that can be 0 or a positive value. Negative values are not allowed. So, here is an example of how you can use padding. Similar to margin, this can be abbreviated with the padding property. So when decorative CSS is not used by many CSS newbies, use padding like margin to space out things. Take note that that is not correct. Margins make space between elements, and padding makes an element larger. So in this example, note that the use of padding does not make the text deviate from the baseline. In addition, note that in the first paragraph, we apply the same padding on all 4 sides. However, in the second paragraph, we use different paddings for different sides, thus placing the rectangle of the element relative to the text itself. Here are some issues associated with the width and height properties. The first one is that height and width properties do not work on inline elements. And then also, many elements have natural behaviors that occur when height and width are not set. These are generally advantageous. However, by setting the width and height, you lose those advantages. And then most web pages are viewed in a variety of browser sizes, especially in mobile devices like phones or tablets. Overuse of explicit width and height can make your page unviewable on similar devices. And then in Flexbox layout system, that is incredibly powerful. But by determining explicit heights and widths, you reduce its usefulness to you and your viewer.